when
Okay.
you learn.
As soon as it goes
Okay.
red.
Oh, now we're on the other side.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you
No,
guys need to be first because I mean it is your show.
it doesn't bother me. I really don't care, like one way or the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
So for me, it doesn't bother me. Does it bother you?
No.
Like, did it bother you if you were on the left or if you were on the bottom when you, me, and Carl were doing it? Did it bother you at all?
I kind of like being on the bottom.
Oh, so many things I could say. Not that type of show.
No, not that type of show, my lady. Not
Damn
that
it.
type of show. We don't do that type of show.
Cindy, don't do that to me. Shh.
Just said, can you imagine if that was Irene? I would not be able to contain her.
No,
Oh,
you wouldn't.
she'd have descriptions and angles and more positions for you.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
would.
Hi, Bubba.
Hey guys, what's going on today? All right, with me as always is my trusty side. Are you my trusty sidekick? Would you say
No.
you're not trustworthy at all?
I
Wait, she hesitates. Should I believe anything she says at this point, Christina? Probably not.
I wouldn't.
You see a third person joining us today on just true. But we have Christina with us today. Thank you for joining us today, Christina. I know that
Yeah,
you have to pop in and out. I appreciate you joining us. And
yeah.
you know what? We are advancing ourselves in ways that maybe people can hear now, right?
better
Since
explain.
we have a microphone now, and Cindy just ordered her one,
Yes.
and then we both got headphones, and
Yeah.
I think we're advancing, right? We're kind of moving up in the
Yeah.
way of.
Christina, do you
You
have
sound.
a standalone camera, or do you do it
I
all?
have one.
I know.
Um,
Or
no,
not?
I do not. I don't have an extra one.
So you just use your laptop or your computer, right? Thing.
Well, right now I'm on my Chromebook and I'm just using the built-in one.
Yeah,
That's what we got. Yeah.
But
yeah, that's what we.
yeah.
Well, we were thinking like when we go out, if we continue to do it from her house, because it's really fun doing it from your house,
Yeah.
actually. But uh, I was thinking, do we really need a camera? Because sometimes, like I'm over here. You know what I mean? Like, should we get a better camera, maybe?
I could just move in the middle.
I I don't know. It's just your personal preference. I mean,
Do you use a ring light?
yes, I have a ring light on because my lighting in my bedroom sucks,
But
and
I
I
think
have
the
the ring
lighting
light
in your
on.
house is great. Don't you think this lighting's great?
Yeah,
The
it
lighting in
is.
your house is perfect because it's right above us.
Yeah. It's not the
Mhm.
best for jigsaw puzzles, so.
That's why you need a headlamp.
Yeah.
The headlamp.
I don't do the 500. I do the 300.
Well, they were making fun of us last night because I produced Bubba and Steve and Bubba's show last night, and
Yeah.
I had my little headlamp on because Dan and I were doing a puzzle because we
You look
couldn't
like a
see,
nerd.
so we look like miners.
Nerd. Yeah, a couple of nerds.
Well,
Couple brainiac nerds. You know, why is that considered? Can I ask, why is it considered a nerd when someone is smart or someone is, has intellect or knowledge of something? Why is that considered a nerd and looked frowned down upon? Like, I never understood that. It's like we should be praising, admiring
right,
these people, not putting them down.
Well, because the way in the olden days or back, they used to dress kind of different too. They had their pocket protectors and their pencils, and they used to
right,
make fun of us, not just being smart, but how they dressed and how they acted. They weren't
So
they weren't they
they
weren't
had
mixing. They weren't blending in with the others. They stood out.
Yeah, but okay, well nowadays standing out is acceptable, right? Is a social trend or is a
right,
fashion trend.
Right.
So what they were doing were trends.
Yeah.
And
right.
Well, and now that they're so into the computers, and now they're also rich. They
yeah,
got the money.
you think Bill Gates? I
Hmm.
bet Bill Gates still wears a pocket protector.
Probably.
Yeah, does anyone call him a nerd anymore?
Hell no. He's
Hell
a
no,
genius.
call him sir, and yes sir, and no sir.
Yeah.
Right.
All right,
Well,
as usual, we have our. Let's show Christina what we have, and she does not.
no, no, no. Stop rubbing it in.
Anybody else have a
Thanks.
drink out there?
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. You know, on today's show, though, I want to talk about a couple of things. I was over at Cindy's house this afternoon, all afternoon, early morning, right? Like, well, late morning, right? Probably at 11 or so.
11 or so.
Yeah, and then she turned on some TV, right? Then we were watching game shows.
And soap operas.
And then yeah, the two soap operas. What the soap operas called?
The Bold and the Beautiful and the Young and Restless.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Goose
some
was
people,
watching soap operas.
I was not watching soap operas.
he was going to sleep. He was falling
Oh,
asleep.
I
okay.
was falling asleep there.
So,
But when the
change the
game
channel.
shows when the
Yeah.
game shows came on, I was like, hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
all right.
Um,
I gotta get my game show voice on.
yeah.
Welcome, Christina and Cindy, to the show. Is that better, ladies?
Yeah,
That make me
much
sound
better.
worse? Doesn't that make you sound cheesy, kind of? Doesn't that make you sound like a nerd if you do that voice? Like, why do some of those game show hosts do that? Hey, we got Christina from Springfield, and we got Cindy from Cincinnati. I like, what are you
I have no
talking?
idea.
Like, where's your regular voice at?
Just to draw attention.
Don't know.
Do you watch many game shows, you ladies? You watch many game
Yeah.
TV shows?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you watch them just because I was here, or if you
No,
watch
I like him.
on a general
I like America Says. That's my favorite.
America Said. Yeah, you know, that was one of the first ones we watched,
Really?
right?
I've never even heard of that.
Okay, if you'll explain the premise of what America Says is, if you'll explain the premise to us, maybe for people that haven't heard it.
They ask a question or give you a clue, and there's 7 answers, and they give you the first letter of the clue, of all the different clues, and they all pertain to the question, and you just answer.
So they give you a clue, and then there's how many different things that you guys said? 7.
7.
So there's 7 different, but they give you the first letter of each word, right?
Yes, yes.
Or maybe if it's 2 words, they give you the first letter of each.
Or hyphenate, they put a
Yeah.
hyphenate in there. And then there's 2 teams of 4, and they play 3 rounds, and then
Wait, 2 teams of 4. Okay, yeah.
and then they do the bonus round, which has 4 different clues. First one is 1 clue, and the next round is 2 clues, 3 clues, and 4 clues. If you get them all right, you win $15,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so you win $15,000
$15,000
in the bonus round.
in the bonus round.
So whatever you win in the beginning, like at the beginning of the shows, because a lot of TV game shows, right? If you start winning, whether you won or lost the game initially, right? Because then there's a bonus round, or there's a, they call it the bonus round, or whatever, or a speed round or something. So if you make it, whether you win or loss to get to that point, you still win that money, correct? Most of those TV game shows will give. Let's say we only won $1,300, Christina, and we're playing against Cindy and whoever. You know what I mean? Like you and I,
Right.
you and Dan versus me and Cindy. But you and Dan actually won the game. But me and Cindy actually won $1,300, where you guys had 1,600 points or whatever, right?
Right.
Do Cindy and I still get the $1,300, or we lose everything because we lost the game?
Depends on the show.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I
'cause
don't
if
know
you
how
and Dan,
that works.
you know what I mean? Like if you and Dan got 16 points, but we only got 13. You know what I
Right.
mean? Well, we lost the game, and you and Dan go to the bonus round, okay? Right?
Right.
That's how
Right.
it works. Okay. Would Cindy and I still get the money in relation to the amount of points that we got?
Christina, give us some money. Come on. Give us the money.
Okay. Yeah, you still win. I don't know.
Why is she fighting me? She's not the game show. You're like, why are you fighting me? You couldn't just say, yeah, you win.
Yes, you win. You still win.
Why are you fighting me? What kind of co?
Why not?
Do we have on here?
Why not?
Why not?
So if you were the game show creator, and you were the funding behind it, would you say, oh wait, since Goose and Cindy only had 13 points, Dan and Christina had 16, would you say, either one of you ladies say, all right, this person gets the money, or they still get the points related to the amount, the money related
Yeah,
to the point? Or
I'd
would you
still give
say,
it to him.
yeah, I would too. I think it's the right thing to do, right?
At least
Yeah.
the first person.
Yeah. Because a lot of those people win a bunch of money. You can tell, like, they're winning a bunch of money, and even though they didn't get as many points as the other team, but like that one game show we just watched, 100 grand pyramid or whatever.
Yeah, $100,000.
Yeah, $100,000 pyramid. One of them had like 18 points. One of them had 17 points.
Hmm. Oh
So
wow.
obviously, the one that had
Close.
18 won and got to
Right.
go to the bonus round. But why wouldn't the one that had 17 points win the money related to the 17 points or whatever?
There's no money there.
So the only
Only
time you win money is when you go into that bonus round, right?
bonus
In
round.
that particular game.
Yes.
Hmm.
So they used to say if you didn't get to first place, you should get the consolation prize, or
Yeah.
you got the at home version at it, the game if they had one.
So I know on the Price is Right, right? Let's say because there's three, no, there's two finalists that go to what do they call that at the end of the show where the you're bidding on the vacation or you're bidding on the boat and whatever.
Right.
Remember? All right. So when you get to that point, there are basically two, but until you get to that point, isn't there's many people that go and spin the wheel and win that. So when you spin the wheel, you're winning that money, right? And
Right.
that's how the game starts, right? You got to spin that big wheel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then see if you get the.
No, that's not how it starts. They pull you out of the audience. That's how it starts.
And then you bid. You got to
And
bid,
you
right?
bid, right?
On the item,
Right.
whatever the item is.
Right, and then you all whatever stunt you got to do, or you're part of the game, whatever thing you play, and then you spin the wheel. Everybody gets to spin the wheel.
Everyone that gets up on stage that won the guessing or the guessing the price is
Well,
right
or
guessing
maybe the
game
three highest maybe
get to spin the wheel,
Right.
correct?
Yeah.
And is that what determines who goes to the showcase showdown? Is that how they determine who goes to the showcase showdown?
Yes.
That okay, from
Whoever
spinning the
gets
wheel.
Mm-hmm.
yes, one in the first round, and then there's three more later on that go too.
Okay. And
Yeah.
that's what determines who gets.
Yes.
All right, because when you're bidding on whatever on Price is Right, when you're bidding on whatever the object, brand new car or whatever, right? If you're bidding on that, let's say you bid, I bid, and Cindy bids, and let's say Cindy guesses correctly, okay, but you and I, we guess incorrectly. So you and I don't get to go on stage. We don't get to play the game. We get to bid again, right? Whatever item, but after she plays Blinko or whatever she's doing, right? So they bring you up at that point,
Yeah.
correct?
Right.
And then you're playing Blinko or whatever the game is. But you don't get to spin until the end, near the end of the show.
Well, they do one in the middle, and then they do one at the end.
Oh, so there's three winners in the beginning of the
Yeah.
show, and then there's three winners at the near the end of the show.
Yes.
And then based on the spin, correct? Based on the spin of the wheel, it determines the two winners. The two winners that okay.
Play against
So
each
at
other.
that point, let's say we are the winners, right? The three of us spin the wheel. Okay, at that point, do we still win the money that we have won? Or do we still win let's say we all bet on the car, okay?
Yes.
And then you came up, Christina, next, and then I got, well, first I bid on the car and I won the car. I got the price, right? So I'm playing the
Right.
games, right? And then
Right.
Cindy comes up and she bids on the boat and she won the boat and then she goes up on stage and does the game. Now you bidding on whatever they're giving away, whatever they're giving away, a vacation or whatever, right? So you bid on that and then you won that and then you go up on stage and you do your thing.
Yes.
So
Right.
at that point, then you go and spin the wheel, correct? The three of us spin the wheel, correct?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So that will, but the winner of whoever spins the wheel, correct, will get to go on the showcase showdown. One of us only get to go, correct?
Right.
I
Okay.
believe so. Yep.
But the money you win from the wheel, let's say you and I lost, Cindy, and Christina actually she got the dollar or whatever it is, right? Whatever you're spinning on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But but we still keep our prizes that we bid on, correct?
Yes.
We still get to keep the prizes that we bid on and won to get up on stage,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay.
Yes.
And then if you're the winner of the three and you spin again and you get the dollar, you get one's a 1,000, one's 5. There's two different things they win on. One of those three, there's the dollar, and then there's two other ones that they went on too.
Yeah, I don't know.
I forgot.
I forgot. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
watch it in a while, but I should have watched it. But was it on the Game Show
Yeah.
Network?
It's been a while since I've seen that one.
Yeah, but I mean, we all get the gist, right? We all get okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is if you end up winning, spinning the wheel and winning, but Cindy and I still get to keep the prizes, the car and the boat that we won, right? We still get to keep
Mhm.
those.
Yep.
All right. And any money that we would have won from the wheel, but you don't win money, right, from the wheel. The only time you win money is if you land on the dollar or whatever, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. So then you go to what are they saying there? I don't know.
You never stayed home and watched Prices Right? It said from school.
No, I never did school to watch Prices Right, man. I did school for other reasons, not to watch the Prices Right.
I bet I know.
That's the kind
Oh
of
wait,
show we get
not
to
that kind of show. Shh.
Not that kind of show. No.
do.
No, I mean, I would ditch school to play basketball or something, you know what I mean? Like, or
Mhm.
ditch school to watch, "Ooh, I wanna watch this movie I didn't get to watch," or whatever, you know?
Mhm.
How old were you?
I
Sure.
I don't know. Young. Young.
Before you were driving or after?
Am I being interrogated? I
Just
don't
answer the question.
Sounds like it.
I mean, it's been years ago, ladies. I mean,
Uh huh.
the statute of limitations has got to run
We
out
we know what
sometime.
you were up to.
I mean,
Steve hopes that.
I'm sure some of those teachers aren't living today, so I can't be come after class, Goose. You have a detention due. But yeah, so okay.
Uh,
So the one of the things that we were going to talk about is game shows. You know, some new ones, some old ones. But then something else I wanted to talk about was summertime fun activities that you ladies have enjoyed, and maybe give me a story or give me some activities that maybe you would like to do but haven't done yet. You know, or maybe something that like you said, you're in a new relationship, right, Christina? You're in a new relationship.
Yep.
So, what are some activities now that it's getting warmer that you would like to do? Keep in mind, not that type of show. Uh,
Well, there goes all my ideas. Thanks. No.
he said the ones you like to do doesn't mean the ones you've already done.
yeah,
It's got to be something new.
Okay. Okay. Well, for one, fishing. I'm dying to go fishing. Now that it's warming up, it's one
Yeah,
so
thing
you
I
want to
love
take
to
like a
do.
fishing trip, like a weekend fishing trip would be
Yeah.
cool.
Or even for
Okay.
the day. Like we live so close to St. Chris. That's where I love to go fishing at. So
Do you see what DA says in there, ladies? Do you see what DA says in there,
I don't
Christina?
want to see what you know. What Da?
I will say he is an asshole, but he's pretty witty and clever.
Yeah, he
I mean, he
is.
really is an asshole, but he's so freaking witty.
Oh,
I wish he'd
Yes.
stop using it for evil. Like he's the guy that sits in the corner.
I don't think he can stop.
you know, I picture Da and Brent, not necessarily by their ages, but the two guys at Sesame Street that sit up in the balcony
Oh
and
yeah,
sip
Yeah.
their time.
like those angry old guys
Yeah, exactly.
that just that crack wise all the time, that make
Hmm.
nasty as.
That's
Uh,
exactly who they remind me
that's
of. That
exactly
is
who they.
funny.
That's a really good description, right, Christina?
Yes.
Really good description. You know.
Oh my god.
All right, so Christine, I know you're going to be popping in and out, so I'll have you go first. Normally, I have this lovely lady to my right go first, but I'll have
Right.
you go first. What are some summer activities that maybe you've done in your past that you thought, a family activities or whatever that you've done that were real that maybe come to mind, or maybe something that you would like to do
Oh.
for summer activities?
Camping is another one. I love to go camping.
Did you go camping when you were younger with the?
Not when we were younger, like when we were kids and stuff, but when I got older and could go on my own, we went camping with the kids and stuff, and we enjoyed it. Had campfire going at night and cooked over the fire and let the
What did
kids
you
run
cook over
around
the
play in
fire?
the dirt.
Like, was
Hot
it camp?
dog, just hot
Oh, really?
dogs, s'mores,
Ooh.
normal
Hamburgers.
shit.
I
We
haven't
took
had s'mores. I never really had s'mores, right?
Oh yeah.
really?
And then, yeah, never really did. And then, well, several years back, uh, they introduced me to s'mores, right? And then how to make them. And I was like, these things are a mess. How do you keep them intact? You know what I mean? It was just a mess.
You didn't put on
Hey,
the crap.
but that's okay.
No, but because you
It'll
put
go
the,
in one way or another. I mean, shit.
is that your philosophy? It
Just
goes in one way
hey,
or the
well, you get it on your fingers, just lick it off. You'll be all right.
other.
Oh, are you too good to lick food from your fingers? I saw the look.
No, I mean,
Look,
She's talking to you, not me. I like s'mores. I don't care if they're messy or not.
I
I
don't
mean, I
either.
like
We used to go camping. When we first went, we had a tent, and then down the road we upgraded to a pop-up
Yeah.
tent, trailer, or whatever we're gonna call it. And we just had the best times, and especially if you
Mhm.
got to the campground where they had a pool. But that didn't. You most of the time we were just went in the lake wherever we were at. So
Right.
Now you can't go to the lake anymore, right?
no, I wouldn't go.
I would
God,
not
come
go.
out with something that you didn't go in with.
That's kind of like how my dating life goes.
Oh God.
I always come out with something I didn't want.
You're probably not licking your fingers there either.
There goes the doctor for that.
Okay. I brought that on. That was my fault. That was my fault. I brought that on. That was all me. All right. Now I'll wait for DA and Brent to make their sarcastic jokes. I understand. I deserved every bit of
Brent
that.
hasn't showed up yet.
I deserve that one.
Yeah, we went to Lake Shelbyville too, Corey. We liked it down there, Otter Lake.
Hey, Christina, you know what I did there?
What did you do?
What's in door number 3, Bob?
Yes, you did.
No, you don't want that one, Goose. No, I want it. I'll walk right in.
Yes, Goose will always choose that one.
I don't know
Always.
why. I know it's the wrong door. I understand it's the wrong door. I get it. But for whatever reason,
Yeah.
what's in door number 3, Bob?
He will choose it every time.
You know what? Let's give her a refresher of what we're drinking. Something refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
The camera's right here.
Maybe by the
Keep
end of
rubbing it in.
the show, I'll get that figured out.
What do you got, Christina?
I have a whole lot of nothing.
That's basically what I got. All right, so you want to go camp. So summer activities that you would like to do is to go camping
Mm-hmm.
and to go fishing. Maybe,
Camping,
doing a
fishing.
camping fishing trip,
I like the outdoor stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to any outdoor concerts? We used to go down there to
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
St. Louis area.
Mm-hmm.
St. Charles, they got one down there. I like that.
Yeah.
We would sit down there. We were down there. We were watching. I took my daughter down there, and we were sitting in the under. There is a if you sit up close, you can get to the underneath part. Most people sit on the grass, and they like that, And I think we were watching Pink or some girl band,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I wasn't really interested in it. But being a good mom, I took her and her friend, and my cousin went. So while I'm sitting there and they're watching the show, I've got like a little mini TV and I'm watching it, and I found the Bulls game on there in the playoffs, and me and the guy behind me, we're sitting there watching the game during the show. So we all had a good time.
Oh, the Black Crows.
I do too, Corey. I want to go so bad.
Yeah, there you go, Corey. There you go. Wait, do they still play though? I didn't think the Black Crows were together though. Did the lead singer? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
I
I'm
have
not
no
gonna.
idea.
I don't know. But I used to like them back in the '90s. I used to like those guys a lot. Were
Hmm.
you a big Aerosmith fan at all? Were you an Aerosmith fan? Either one of you ladies?
I love Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Love, love, love. Yes.
The Black Crows? You like the Black Crows?
Mm-hmm. Like them too.
Yeah, they had a really cool vibe to them, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Not like the Aerosmith stuff like in the '90s. The dude looks like a lady.
Mm.
That type of stuff that they played. A ragdown,
Yep.
that
I
song.
love all
That
those.
was cool.
Corey said
Yeah.
they got back together a few years ago.
Oh, they did.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
see, I have no idea.
There we go.
Steve says we should go on a media trip, morning disaster media trip.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Where are we
I'm
going,
down.
Steve?
We're going camping and fishing
I'm down.
Make s'mores.
and make s'mores. Well, what kind of
And make a
chocolate do
mess.
you ladies use for s'mores? Now, what kind of chocolate do you use?
Hershey's.
Just Hershey bars.
The solid Hershey bars, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Break off the amount of squares you want, and yeah.
You look at me like there's no other kind, ladies. You're looking at me like, what other kind is there?
I
Goose?
guess you could use other kind, but
You don't choose door number 3 here.
He said it was a graham cracker, a marshmallow, and a piece of chocolate. It don't get any harder than that.
What kind of graham crackers do you use it? The plain graham crackers or the graham crackers with the cinnamon sugar on top? I mean, what kind do you use it?
I suppose you could either, but we always use the plain.
Yeah, that's what I used. The honey graham crackers.
You're like, yeah, Goose. What other kind is there, you dumbass? No, I get the look, ladies. I understand the look. But as you know, I said before, I'm always going to choose door number three for whatever reason. I choose door number three. I realize door number three is where I just, when you take one step and it's just nothing but a drop down. No, I understand it.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I choose door number three. Three's got to be lucky for something. So far, it has not been lucky for me. But you know what? One day I'm gonna choose door number three, and behind it will be something I win.
I mean,
Maybe a brand new car or the showcase showdown. Who knows?
There you go. You never
Yeah.
know.
Oh, you're looking at me like, Goose. We know already. Door number three is not for you. Choose another option. I understand what you're looking at me, ladies. I get it. What's going on? She's
I
like,
don't know. I have to go check on my child. I'll be back.
all right, all right,
Yeah.
all right. So what we got here today, then, Cindy, is as we wait for the lovely Christina to join us back. It is nice of her to join us, correct? It's just nice of her to join us. I like her having a third person join us every now and
She
then.
helped us out today. Very
Yeah,
nice.
very nice of her. All right, so game shows, the new and old game shows, right? Like the ones that we watched earlier was America Says, which you explained earlier, right?
Yes.
Which is they give you like a phrasing or a clue,
Yeah.
and then they give you seven different words that you have to kind of solve,
Right.
right? But they only give you the first letter. Right. Have you ever heard of the other one that we watched was People Puzzler? It was yeah, it had a host, game show host that I used to
Yeah.
like back in the day.
Yeah.
We both
Right.
liked her
Right.
back in the day. But basically you're just solving people are solving puzzles.
Yeah, like a
Correct? Like crossword.
crossword puzzle, all pertaining to one subject.
And they give you a clue, but they also give you the first letter. Like if you say 11 across or
Yeah.
22 down, they're giving you the first letter.
Yeah.
All right. So, did you find that one entertaining at all? I liked the first one, America Says, a lot. I thought that one was entertaining
Yes.
because you got to see how people were thinking, were interacting, right?
Yes.
And or how they thought. But People Puzzler, what did you think of that game show that we were watching? The second one that we watched, People
I'm
Puzzler.
like you. I like the America Says
Yeah, over
better
that one.
because I think anybody could pick up on most of them and get at least
Yeah,
something right.
yeah.
But the People Puzzler, I like it, but I didn't like it as well when I first started watching. It was one that had to grow on me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care for that one so much, but I did like the 100 Grand Pyramid.
Yeah.
Right, I like that one. That one's an older game show, correct? It's kind of older.
Yes.
It's been around since what, the late '70s, early '80s? Would you say maybe
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
thereabouts? But I know that they had many different hosts too with that game show throughout the years. But and that's still on today. I found though of those three that we watched today, I thought the 100 Grand Pyramid was the most entertaining, and this is why I thought that. Okay,
Okay.
because it was more about the interaction between the two people, like because there's two teams of two, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You have a celebrity, and then you have a like a B-list celebrity, would you say?
Yeah.
And then like the average person that comes in and tries to win the money. They're actually trying to win the money,
Yeah.
right? And
But they have all levels of entertainers on there. They have real popular ones, and then some you've never heard of. So and lately they not always, but they try to match them up with oh they try to match them up with someone that's like on the same show. So there's a theme involved.
a theme, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found that one to be the most entertaining show of the three that we watched, simply because you got to see the interaction between that celebrity, and the common person, I guess they called him, and then you got to see the other interaction between the other celebrity and the other, common person they called him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
then they switched, right? And then after a while, in
Right.
the middle of the game, they kind of switched the celebrities to the different people.
Yeah, and I like that Michael Strahan. I always like looking his expressions too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good host.
He really is. Now, there's another show that he hosts, correct? And there was something else. Like I know he does Good Morning America.
Good Morning America.
Yeah. And then there's something else that he
He used to
hosts.
be on with Kelly Ripa. He's not on with
No,
her
no,
anymore.
no. He left that to go to do Good Morning America.
Yeah.
But and then I don't know who does that with Kelly now. Who does that with Kelly?
Well, I don't know.
Ryan, what's his
He's
name?
gone too.
Who?
His wife, her husband's supposed to be coming on with her. I don't know if he started yet or not.
Oh, he left too. The right. Oh, he
Yeah,
left
he
too.
left too.
Oh wow, I thought he would have stayed on there for a while. What's he got going on now?
I don't know what he's leaving to.
I wonder if he's getting like a nighttime show, like a talk show. Like Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, or one of those.
Well, maybe he's taking the one guy on. What's his name?
I know he does radio, right? Doesn't he do top
The
40?
guy that comes after Stephen Colbert at night does the carpool karaoke. He just stopped doing it. Maybe he's taking his spot.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. What is
James Corden.
James Corden? Yeah,
Yeah.
British guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
he just quit.
All right, so other games, yeah, that's kind of maybe that's what I was thinking too. That's the first thing that came to my mind is like,
Yeah.
well, maybe he's taking over, a show that he's going to do, a late night show that he's going to do. But you think he'd be good? Would that be entertaining for you to watch, to listen to a show with him,
Show too.
with that Ryan guy?
Oh, he's okay. He's okay.
What's his name? What is his name? I
Ryan
can't.
Seacrest.
Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name for it,
Yeah.
but he's on like everything, right? He does radio. He does.
Him and Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey's on.
Oh,
He
you
was
guys.
on everything for a while. I think he's kind of scaled back, or his shows went off. But I
Yeah,
don't
he had a radio show. I mean, this guy was doing everything. Steve Harvey
Right,
and
right. He had a
Seacrest.
game show.
Game show. This guy.
Well, he does Family Feud, and then he had a sit-down show too.
Yeah, with the kids. Yeah,
And then he had another one with the adults too.
yeah.
And they would win some money on there sometimes too, or things, or just talk about something.
Have you ever heard of chain shows like Chain Reaction,
I have.
Tug of Words, Switch, Masterminds, or Skin Wars? Like these are new game shows. We're talking about new game shows.
I've never heard of Skin Wars.
I've never heard of any of these shows. Actually, I've never heard of America Says or People Puzzler until you showed me them this afternoon.
Yeah.
And I was like, of those two, I would say America Says was probably more entertaining. I thought People Puzzler was like, it's just people solving crossword puzzles.
Yeah.
That to me was boring and not entertaining at all. Did you find it entertaining in any way? Like, is that something you would watch every day?
I like solving the puzzles. That's why I watch it. But as far as what goes on the show, it's nothing really, because
Yeah.
once in a while they'll have a contestant that's a little funny, but she doesn't really.
She doesn't interact
She
with them.
doesn't entertain.
No, she's more like
Yeah.
to me, she was more like I'm a robot type of thing. Where she was just reading her lines from the teleprompter
Yeah.
and moving on. She doesn't really interact with them as such, you know. She was just moving the game forward. Oh no. Why do you continue to read that? Every
Sorry.
week
Can't help
you
it.
read it, and every week, they give us the same stuff, just in a different phrasing, right? It's just in a different phrasing.
Yeah, Lisa, they picked on you earlier, but they haven't lately. So
Oh, you want them to start picking on me again?
no, not
Hey guys, a little low on the picking on Goose. You need to step it up a bit, according to my co-host over here. She wants you to step it up.
No.
Oh,
It
really?
does entertain me.
See what I mean? See what I mean? How can I possibly do a show with this lady? How can I possibly? That's why I need this.
There's usually alcohol here.
How else can I get through this show?
Right.
Oh.
No.
All right, so, and there's something called Common Knowledge, right? Have you ever heard of that one?
Yeah.
Again, you have. Now, what's that one about?
I can't think of right off what it is.
Now, I've seen this show Wipeout, right? Remember this show Wipeout where they have you do like obstacle courses, but you really just wipe out in a big puddle of water or something?
Right.
Right. I've seen that. I thought that was pretty cool. And those are actually fun to watch. But I think that was a version of like American Gladiator, so to speak, right? I mean, instead of someone whacking you with a pushing baton or something.
Yeah, at the end, you mean where they slow you down when you.
Yeah. That was more like because you had to run an obstacle course in American Gladiator. Remember back in the 80s? Yeah, and they basically whacked you with some type of foam bat or something, baton. All right, so and then Deal or No Deal. Do you remember the original host of that show? Who was the original host of Deal or No Deal? Deal or No Deal, guys. Who was the original host of Deal or No Deal? The original host. Please, no Google, no assistance from the phone, or what's the one, Siri or anyone? Yeah, you're right, Brent. It was Howie. Howie Mandel.
I couldn't
Remember?
think of his last name.
Howie
Yeah,
Mandel.
yeah. I was thinking the bald guy.
How did Howie Mandel? Here's another question. How did Howie Mandel start his career? What was Howie Mandel initially? How did he get become famous?
He was on the Fly. Wasn't he the Fly?
No, no, you're thinking of Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, okay.
Howie Mandel was a stand-up comedian.
Okay.
Did you ever see his routine? He had this thing back in the 80s. Back in the 80s, right? He would take this balloon finger, these rubber finger things,
Okay.
and he'd put it over his head and just right below his nose, and he would blow it up,
Oh,
right?
oh, I
And it
haven't
would,
seen that.
yeah. Back in the 80s,
Oh,
early to mid 80s, he did that stuff, and he was like a stand-up comedian, and he did like little voices and what have you.
hmm.
But he would like suck at helium or something, and anyways, he started out being a stand-up comedian, but he has such a phobia. Like I
Oh,
don't,
yes, yes.
he has such a
Cleanliness. Yeah,
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 of
yeah,
the yeah. I don't
yeah.
quite understand that. Like I have a phobia to a degree. Are you reading something,
I'm
David?
listening
Is
about your
something
phobia.
catching your eye, dear? What could it be?
Nothing.
Yeah, he did Bobby's World too. Yeah, right. Where he did the voices there too. He did the voice of Bobby, which had a high pitch. Remember that Bobby's World?
No.
He talked real high, Bobby.
Is that a cartoon?
Yeah, it was cartoons that he did. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I might have been at work.
Oh, you were working back then instead of
Yeah, you guys were still a little younger at home watching cartoons.
skipping school, watching
Yes,
cartoons,
yes, yes.
and making those
S'mores.
s'mores, marshmallow treats. Okay. What I was getting at before with you and Christina was, all right. What there are different kinds of marshmallows, correct? There are different kinds of graham crackers, correct?
What do you mean? Different kinds, different sizes?
No, I
Marshmallows?
meant like yeah, there are different kinds of marshmallows you can get now. You can get well, I know
They got flavored ones too?
yes, they get
Oh,
strawberry ones or whatever. But so I
oh.
was saying, like, have you ever tried it
I
with
bet some of them would be good.
the strawberry one or with like have you used dark chocolate instead of the milk chocolate that comes with Hershey's? Have you used different kinds of? You can even use Hershey Kisses if you wanted.
Well,
You can melt
Steve,
Hershey
Steve
Kisses.
said he uses the Reese's.
Well, see, there you go. So
Yeah,
thank you, Steve. This is the first time I'm going to say thank you, Steve, for agreeing with me,
you've thanked him before.
for understanding that where I was coming from. Those two ladies looked at me as if I was speaking a different language to them when I said, "What kind of chocolate do you use?"
Yes,
You really did. Both of you looked at me like I was foreign to you. I'm
yes,
like, no, I'm not. See, he uses Reese's. I used to use Hershey Kisses.
yes.
Like when I first started doing, like I never really had them, but when I started
You
doing
used
them,
Hershey's Kisses.
I used Hershey Kisses. I melted them. Like it's the same thing, right?
Well, yeah.
And plus the Hershey bar, that Hershey bar that you break off a piece, right? You break off a piece of the Hershey bar, and it's like
How
you get a
many
little
kisses did
square
you
of it,
put on there?
but it doesn't really melt the way you
How
want it.
many kisses did you put on there?
Like two or three.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I just melted them down, and then like it would melt. It would melt so much better than just the Hershey Kiss. The little piece that you break off. So it
Oh,
would melt so much better than the Hershey Kiss. 'Cause that's really what you want with the s'mores, right? You wanted the melted chocolate. You wanted the melted or malted marshmallow, right? You wanted the
yes,
marshmallow that had the crust on the outside, right?
yes, yes.
Not burnt though. Did you ever like the burnt? Because some people burn their marshmallows, on the outside.
I like them burned. I don't care if they're burned.
Really, you like burning the outside when you go to
Yeah, I mean, I prefer a toasted brown, but if it gets burnt, it's like, on flaming or whatever, it doesn't bother me. I like it's fine. I'll still eat it.
So what is a fun time summer activity that you would think you'd like to do and haven't done yet? What is some fun time summer
That
activity
I've
now
never done
that you've
something.
never done, but you know what? You've always wanted to. Like, I don't know about camping or fishing necessarily, like Christina said. I don't know if that would be what I would want to do, but like I always wanted to visit the different theme parks, you know what I mean, they have around this country,
Yes.
have around it. Like, I went to Six Flags in St. Louis, right?
Okay.
But I'd like to visit all the different theme parks, water parks or whatever, you
Oh yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like, that's something I want to like, I would like to do.
You
It's on the
still like
bucket list,
you
so to
still
speak.
want to do it, huh?
Yeah, I would love to visit them. Yeah. I don't like all the Screaming Eagle and all those type of rides. They scare the hell out of me.
Yeah.
But some of them I will go on.
I don't mind if it's fast and straight, but
If it goes like this and
if it spins, I get sick.
yeah, and does all this nuts stuff,
Yeah.
it's like,
I can
whoa.
remember being at the fair and riding the spider, and throwing over the side, hoping I'm not hitting anybody on the ground.
What's he saying in there? What's Steve saying in there?
Swimming?
No, this last one. Yeah.
Oh, go to Branson to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. I wouldn't mind doing that either.
So that's something
Or
that he's saying that he would
He'd
like
like
to
to
do.
do, or go to Dolly World, or
Who's saying Dolly World?
me. I'm saying that for myself. I
What
wouldn't
is
mind.
Dolly World exactly?
Just another
Is it a theme park or is it just a
theme park.
like a tribute
Theme
to
park.
her?
Probably.
Because you go to Graceland, it's really just a tribute to Elvis, right? It's nothing.
Yes, I've been there. I wasn't going to go. We were coming back on vacation, and I thought, I'm not going. I'm not going. So, but my Aunt Betty, diehard Elvis, my cousin Dottie's mom, and Aunt
Yeah.
Betty that we went on a lot of vacations together, and she's like, "Come on, Cindy, let's go." Well, I finally said, she made me feel bad enough. So we went.
Oh, really? She had
Yes.
to push you, did she?
Yeah. So, but I'll tell you what, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. They actually, he's buried there, and his parents are buried there at Graceland. And then they had one room that had, I couldn't tell you how many TVs in it. This is before, like 7 or 8, all different size TVs. And then they had one room, I want to say it was decorated in like leopard. They wouldn't let you go upstairs at the time. They had another area that had his outfits and his awards. And they had a racquetball court.
Is it a big house though? Because I've heard that it's
Yeah.
a smaller house than what
Oh,
they,
yeah, I would say it's smaller than what you would have thought.
yeah, like you come in, you're
But it
expecting a
probably,
mansion.
well, but we see it after he's gone already, and it would probably, for the time period, it might have been really fancy because,
fancy.
he probably bought it right away, or how, it didn't take long for, and, he always bought his mom. He bought his mom a Cadillac. I think that was one of the first things, He had his own airplane.
He had his own
He had
airplane.
an airplane, yeah.
Christina, you ever been to Graceland, or does that interest you in going to Graceland?
I don't know. I
What about
suppose
Dolly?
I would go. It's not like a big
Yeah.
desire of mine, but
So that's not on your bucket list of things.
no.
Like Cindy was saying, she went to Graceland, right? You went to Graceland. Now, have you been to Dolly World, or you never been to
I'm
that?
not. My family's been, but I
But
wouldn't mind going.
So that's a place that you would like to visit, Dolly World.
Yeah, I think I'd like to go.
I was saying, Christina, because we're getting back to summertime, activities that we would like to do. And the thing that I was saying was like, what's oh no, I really don't want to read.
Cindy also just described Goose smaller with not than what you thought.
You see what I'm saying? They're really clever. And why are you ladies laughing? Can I ask? Why are you ladies laughing?
Because it's funny.
But isn't that rude
The best part
to laugh?
It's close to the truth.
Yes, it's rude, but it's rude, but it's funny. Sorry.
Was that comment rude? You didn't find that rude?
Cindy, how
Shame on
rude. How dare you?
You're getting punished.
I'll have to go make another one if you drink.
I found the beverage.
It's like that.
Let's have a toast. Get your on it. Let's have a toast. Come on, girls. There we go, girls. One of the places that I was saying, Christina, that I'd like to do, like I've been to Six Flags in St. Louis, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to visit like the many different theme parks we have in this country. The water parks or
Right.
the things like Six Flags. I have no real interest in Disney World or Disneyland or anything like
I've
that.
been to Disney World.
Is
I'd
that
like to go to Disney World.
enjoyed it. You know, one of my favorites is the haunted house. But and of course, we were younger when we went. I think I was a sophomore in high school, and it was really the ghost is. It looks like the ghost is in the car with you, even though
Oh, it's like a mirage. Like
yeah,
yeah,
apparition. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and that was really cool. I really liked that part. Yeah.
But you cannot say apparition with me because I Goose needs to go to Wisconsin Dells. Goose did go to Wisconsin Dells,
Oh,
actually.
Where did
I
you?
did go to
Uh,
Wisconsin Dells.
yeah,
Yeah.
we've been up there. We went to the wilderness. My daughter just got back from the wilderness.
Oh, I'll tell you a story. This is a funny story, okay? I was telling my then ex and her daughter, and I was like, it's like you girls are being a bunch of sissies. Get your in this big wave pool they have, like much bigger than the one at what's this
Nights.
Nights,
mhm.
much bigger, right?
That's Big Goose.
Now was that rude, Christina? Was that rude or was that funny? I can tell it's funny because you're laughing.
Well, it's funny.
Everything directed my way, you two ladies find humorous.
It's the reaction, I think.
You see why I choose door number 3? Are you getting why I choose door number 3?
I don't. It's kind of like the circle there. But we don't.
The circle of friends. Neither one of you are getting in. Neither one of you are ever getting into the circle. Neither one.
How about anybody in the chat room? Are they?
Oh hell
Are they
no.
close?
Especially not DA, not Brent, not any of those wise asses.
There are some nice ones. Not that they're.
Yeah, we're the nice ones. I'd love to meet the nice ones.
They don't exist in this chat room.
What did you say, young lady? Was that rude what she said? Was that rude what she said?
I didn't hear all of
But you're still laughing.
it. Yes.
Why are you laughing if you didn't get to hear all of it?
I was reading some on there. Go ahead.
What happens when you read that?
Your mom's in their circle of friends. Millie and him are in the Goose's circle of friends.
No, you want to know who's in the circle of friends of Goose? You want to know who's in?
Yeah.
Me, myself, and I. I don't argue with myself. Me likes me.
That's kind of lonely in there.
No, it is heavenly. It's like I'm at an amusement park all day long.
Oh my
You know
god.
what? Yes, I will choose door number 3, Bob.
Okay.
Okay. No, I was saying like amusement parks or water parks especially. But I went to I was telling the story. I was going to start to tell the story of going to Wisconsin Dells.
Yes.
I went there, right, and I was like, girls, quit being a sissy and quit being girls and get over there, get your butt in that water. So they go, okay. I'm like, and then I take their arms. I go, come on, quit being a bunch of girls. And they're like, well, where are girls, Goose? And I'm like, okay, well, get going, get your. Are we getting close to Goose belt up?
We predicted it before the show started.
You ladies kind of did. You kind of did.
You had to drink early to help you through it.
Oh, you had to drink early, ladies? I
forced.
forced you to drink.
And they tried to talk me to the second one, but I waited till I got home.
Oh, sorry, I forced you ladies to have alcoholic beverages at your own homes.
He does that. He likes to force people to drink.
At your own homes? Now, come on, ladies. All right, getting back to my story, if I can. All right, if I'm allowed to.
Okay.
Okay, it's allowed. Thank you.
Yes, you
ladies.
have our permission. Go ahead. Continue.
Thank you for allowing me to speak on the show that
All
I
right.
do. Okay, what the hell is going on here today? You're pushing my buttons, young lady.
Yes.
You're doing a damn good job.
Yes.
Do you enjoy pushing my
My
buttons?
hands are right here. I'm touching it.
Brit.
You're saying jokes. Why are the ladies laughing at that? That's a serious thing. He's saying I'm committing a crime. You can't root me, ladies, man.
Irene says blink twice if you need help.
Quit blinking, Cindy. She's blinking. She takes off her glasses and blinks.
Cindy's being held hostage and forced to drink. Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Oh, you see why I border on becoming an alcoholic on my days off? Are you getting it?
Just your days off?
Well, I mean,
Said you can't drink at work as far as I know.
no, you cannot smoke at work. Cannot drink.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a funny story, Bruce, right? Anyways, let me get back to the story. I was gonna tell you a funny story about Bruce, which is really Bruce because we're all on a Saturday, right? 'Cause it's just me, Bruce, Brian, and Carl, right? On Saturdays, and Gail, of course, but Gail's kind of off to her side. And then Bruce goes, Roland, I think I'm gonna bring in some wine next weekend because we're always bringing in like Carl, Brian, and I are always bringing in something for potluck, just for the few of us that are there.
Hmm.
He goes, Roland, I think I'm gonna bring in some wine.
Okay.
I go, Bruce, you can't bring wine in. I go, what's wrong with you? And he goes, why not? I go, it's got alcohol in it, Bruce. He goes, can we not bring alcohol? I go, no, Bruce.
Oh my god.
No, I don't know. Really don't know what
What
was.
is wrong with him?
I go, Bruce, you can't bring alcohol here. What's wrong with you? That's what I said. I go, what's wrong with you, dude? You can't even bring alcohol in there.
Oh,
What are you doing?
I just want to put it over here.
You gonna whack me in the head with it?
No.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I think she should.
now
Did I
was
say
that
that out
nice?
loud?
Was that nice? Why
Um,
are ladies so mean to me?
I don't know. I think you like it.
No, I don't.
yes, he
I
does.
don't at all. I like people who are nice
Mhm.
and pleasant to talk to, ladies. And so far, you have not been either.
Well, not me, myself, or I. So.
Well, that was funny because you came back at me. That one was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
You used my words against me, right? So that
Hmm.
was funny. That was witty. I like that.
Yeah.
More of that. Less of the reading of what Brett and DA say in there. Less of that nonsense. They're mean. What are they? Oh no. Let me just finish my stories, okay? I can't read that nonsense.
Yes, stop reading the chat. Just continue. Ignore these bozos.
See, even you think they're bozos.
Well, yeah, I put up with them almost every day.
But why, can I ask?
I guess I like the abuse. I don't know.
Do we really though? Do
It's
we?
very original. It's never the same.
No, they are clever and witty when they say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are. It's funny to a point.
They're on the topic. They keep up to date. Even though sometimes I drift off.
Once,
They're usually on the
once
topic.
again, you're using my words against me, young lady. I always tell her, stay on topic, stay on topic.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. So we're at the Wisconsin Dells, and I'm like, hey, girls, quit being girls and get in there, right? And this big wave comes, and they're like, and then when the wave comes, because I was standing off to the side, right? And
Okay.
I was like, so I just went down this big water slide, and I was kind of, and they were in there first, and that's how I went to go find them. And I was like, get in there, girls, quit being a bunch of sissies. And they would walk to the edge, and then when the big wave comes, I'd see them run, they'd run back to the edge. And I was like, let me show you how to do this, girls. I go, let me show you.
It's gotta be good.
So then I walked. Did I tell this story?
No,
before?
but I
Okay.
just got
So
more
I
imagination.
walked right in the middle of the pool. I'm like, see this, girls? I go, come on, girls, go get over here. And they're like, okay. And so they walk to me, right?
Yeah.
And then when the wave starts, I go, now the waves are going to start here. I go, you see them building up? I go, they're going to come. And I go, why don't you stay right here with me? And as the waves come, and I turn back around, right? Because I'm looking at the waves, and they're like right behind me, So I thought, I turned back around before the waves got there. They ran back to like the shore, and here comes the waves,
Oh,
and this
shit.
wave hit me, dude, and it pulled me under so bad, and it just knocked me on my butt, and it dragged me all the way up to the shore. And I went against this guy. I hit this guy like this, and then I hit his kid too. He was home because they're near the end of the shore. And so he grabs me, right? He grabs me by the trunks, and he lifts me up like this. And I go, thanks, man. I go, I appreciate it. He goes, yeah, I thought you were in trouble there. And I go, I really was. I go, that wave knocked me. He goes, yeah, I saw that. It knocked you from the middle all the way down here, next to where like the lawn chairs are. I mean, that wave carried me. And then
Wow.
naturally, you know what those girls' response was to me.
At least you kept your trunks.
Why does that come up? Can I ask? Why would that?
Well, I just know that Irene said she lost her swim bottoms out there one time, and then we went down a slide. I went down a slide. Fortunately, I had a towel wrapped around me here,
Yeah.
and I know my top one came flying off,
Oh,
and there was guys just camped out just down at the bottom of that slide just to see what would fall
yeah.
off
What
of me.
ladies had?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
What a bunch of pervs, right?
You'd be right there with them.
No, I wouldn't do anything like that. I don't think I'd do anything like
I
that.
bet you would.
No, we would not.
Have your cocktail and be sitting there.
No, but I remember that story vividly because the whole time I was saying, "Girls, get in there! Quit being a bunch of girls. Get you, get you right in there. Get in the middle." And then,
Yeah.
as the wave was coming, starting to build up, they build up the waves. And as the wave was coming, I see the girls just run off. I'm like, why do they keep running? Well, this wave freaking hit me, and it carried me. It carried me all the way to like where the lawn chairs are, up on by the concrete there, where they had a little patio thing. And it carried me, and then luckily, and I remember hitting this guy's leg, like it knocked me so far. Like I said, he was standing up near the lawn chair, so when the wave comes, it carried me so far that it knocked me into this guy's leg.
You should have had one.
And I hit the kid too. And so he grabbed his kid like this, and he picked the kid up, and then he grabbed me by the trunks and was like, oh no, he grabbed me by the arm. He grabbed me by the arm.
Were you taller than the kid?
Yeah.
Oh.
What kind of question is that?
So were you?
Hey, Gabriel, do me a favor.
He can't hear. He's got the headphones.
Oh, she got the headphones on. I wish he would do me a favor. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Give me the cowbunga, dude. Give me cowbunga. Cowbunga, dude.
What's he showing you something?
There you go. He's getting it down. All right, good job, buddy.
Did you ever wear the ring while you were out there?
Yeah, good job. What, my wedding ring?
No. The plastic ring that most of them have people wear in the pools so they can float in there.
What are you talking about?
They put them in a plastic ring sometimes when you go places.
I mean, the kinds the kids wear?
Or the adults too. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't wear anything like that. I'm not a child.
I would, because you get out in the deeper water, and then when it pushes you up and down and around, you just kind of hold on to it and float.
What's he need? A floaty? Like water wings?
They kept.
Thank you, Gabriel.
They kept
Do it again.
They kept,
Do it again.
They kept
This
sliding
time
off.
harder.
They kept sliding off.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks,
buddy. Awesome. Thanks, bud. He got my back. See, he's got my back.
Yeah.
We're the same size, so he's got my back. Hey, that grown-up guy is the same height as me.
I think you're one of his little friends.
Like, how old is that guy, Mommy?
Gabriel, do you want Goose to come over and play? He said yes.
I know. Kids seem to like me.
That's Goose. Right there. He's Ray's brother.
You like Ray?
You like Ray?
Why?
Do you like Ray? You like to argue with him, don't you?
What do you say?
Go play. Ray gets him all riled up when we go over there.
Oh, does he?
Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine.
Okay, go play.
Well, maybe not ask Gabriel that question, but ask Gabriel what he'd like to do.
Hey, what do you want to go do this summer? Go to the haunted house.
Yes.
That's not this summer. Well, he got to go out with us last week to go work,
Oh,
and he just
Oh, okay.
loved it out there.
Oh, he did.
Yep. Go
Good.
on. So now he
He
wants to go
doesn't.
back.
He doesn't get frightened by it or anything. No?
We didn't actually go inside. We were working outside.
Yeah.
So he got to play. There's a big giant pile of mulch that they have, and he was climbing up and down the mulch. So he thought that was fun. Go play.
Isn't it something that how little it takes to amuse them? Like just how
Yes.
little it takes to amuse them with your granddaughter. Were you pointing at something, my dear?
No.
No? All right. So yeah, that was the one thing I always want to do, like visit different water parks and different themes. And like I said, I went to Six Flags. I went to obviously Nights Action, which is fun, sort of, but it's only fun for like
Have you
the
ever been
first.
to New York?
No,
I
no.
always wanted to go see a Broadway show. I know that's not really a summer thing, but I always thought that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember
What
seeing
about the Muni? Would the Muni suffice, Cindy?
I've been to the Muni. I just thought it'd
Okay.
be cool, something to do.
wait, the Muni or Broadway? Um,
Well, hey, I was just thinking outdoors, summer. The
yeah,
Muni's only during the summer. Would
yeah.
you go? I'll be back.
Will you? But will you?
The only thing about the Muni, every
try.
time I went, you got ate alive by the mosquitoes out there. It was
Yeah.
always
It's the only bad thing.
Mommy.
yeah.
All right, we're at an hour right now. What do you think? Should we do trivia tonight? Are you up for a little trivia tonight?
Sure.
Okay, let me
Make another
give me.
drink.
Is there a way to? I don't want to pause it because Ray says if you pause it, you gotta redo everything. But is there a way that we can take a few minutes and then start the trivia, perhaps? Some type of intermission. Are you with me, Christina?
I can't. We can't hear you, Christina.
I can't hear you.
She's
Can't
got
hear
it
you.
muted because he's acting up. Okay.
We can talk amongst us. We can talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah, we won't take long.
Wasn't there a Mike Myers bit on SNL? Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, you could always. What if you just put this key? What's that do?
What?
Numbers on the back.
I don't know.
I was just thinking maybe block it, but
Drink another one, Cindy.
All right, we'll do.
get your trivia picked up.
Okay,
do,
so
I
you're
gotta
taking a
pause
break and
that.
then doing trivia, correct? Is that what I
Want
heard?
to run to the bathroom? Otherwise, no. I'm just gonna go ahead and start right into it if you want me to.
I need this.
What do you need that for?
Keep score.
Oh yeah. You want the pen?
I gotta have that.
Okay, my dear. All righty. Are you guys ready? You ready?
Yeah,
Are you
let's
ready
do
for
this.
that? Let's do this. What is a common phrase that you use that maybe people think is odd? Like, what's a phrase that you typically use on a daily basis that, or, you know, every so often that you think people think is odd? Something that, have I stumped you, ladies? Have I
Ow.
stumped you?
Well, it probably contains a curse word.
Okay, that's
Knowing
fine.
me.
There's a word that I say, maybe not every day, but a lot today. But most people probably wouldn't say. Maybe any time in a month would be the word goose.
Was that nice? Was that nice?
The truth.
But funny, huh? Still laughing.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I was not laughing.
That's rude. Please let her know that was rude and distasteful. Thank you.
Cindy, that was rude and distasteful.
Thank you. I saw that, young lady. I saw that. You guys are in cahoots. I don't know if I'm going to have you back on again because you two are in cahoots. Along with the chat room, you guys just browbeat me the whole time. I don't know how much more of this show I can do. Okay, are we ready to high five Cindy? What is this? All the ladies ganging up on me? What the hell is going on here?
Hey, you chose door number 3 again. Sorry.
Yeah, door number 3. Why are you so enticing, door number 3?
Okay,
Are you ready, my dear?
I'm ready.
Are you ready, Vanna? Are you ready? All right, we all good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's roll.
All right.
Are you playing, Christina? Are you
Sure.
playing? Okay.
And there. Are you going to play or are you going to be a part of it? Are you playing or you're a part of it?
I'll try to play.
Okay.
And I'll be I'll play by the rules. I know there's a delay, so
There's a delay for you. Okay.
yes.
All right.
So I'll play fair
All right.
this time.
Okay. Okay. You guys ready? It's about TV game show host. Okay, remember?
Yes.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yes.
Okay. What TV game show host has the longest? No, how do I want to rephrase that? Hold on, I want to rephrase that. I'm sorry. I'm going to rephrase that. I'm sorry.
He's sorry.
Well, hold on a minute. Let me get set up here because I want to do TV game show host, but okay. That's
Okay.
not what I was looking at before. Remember what I was looking at before? Had all the TV game shows and shit.
Yeah.
That's not what I was looking at before. Okay. Oh, sorry, guys. Ah, see, then it just went back. Stop that.
Do you not know how to work your phone?
Well, it is a Samsung.
So what's that mean? That's what I got.
Is it really?
Mhm.
Okay. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Now we got it. Now it's on board. This game show host began as a panelist on Match Game and then hosted his own show after listening to response of a contestant. Name and then offering her a kiss. This was a game show host known to offer kisses to ladies. Name this game show host.
Can I give him another clue?
He was the host of Family Feud at one time.
He was on Hogan's Heroes too.
He was on Hogan's Heroes. Name this game show host. This game show host began as a panelist on Match Game
Oh, I don't like it.
and then hosted his own show. After listening to the response of a contestant and offering her a kiss, he's kind of known for offering kisses to the ladies.
He's on the match game.
Yeah.
He's in the front middle.
Yeah,
kind
he
of
was.
creepy.
But he also hosted the show Family Feud. Name this game show host.
We got 2 so far.
All right. Yes, that is correct. DA gets the point, late Vannas, and Corey gets the point. It is Richard Dawson. Richard, and looks like Brent.
Brent had it too.
Brent says, okay, thank you, Christina, if you help me out with that. Brent also gets the point. He said Richard Dawson. Richard Dawson. All right. Moving on to the second one. I don't know anyone would. I am going to ask this question because I don't know anyone would know this. I've never even heard of this name. Okay. I'll ask this one because I don't think it's a hard one. I don't know this guy. According to the Wikipedia, this former World War II pilot was heavily considered for the U.S. version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in 1999. Before the producers found out he had been dead for 9 years. How do you want to have someone else to show, but then has been okay?
Wow.
This little man with the very thick eyeglasses is the former host of the original Price is Right and Blockbusters, among a record slew of other shows. Name this individual. He was the original host of The Price is Right and Blockbusters. He was a World War II pilot. And he was going to be.
Wow.
They wanted him to host Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in 1999. Before the producers found out he had been dead for 9 years. I mean, could you imagine
Wow.
calling this agent and saying, "Yeah, we'd like to have your client.
Right.
Is this a joke? My client's
Right.
been dead for 9 years. Is this a
Yeah.
joke? It's not
Right.
very funny. All right.
Nobody's got it.
No one got this correct. The answer is Bill Cullen. Bill Cullen. See, I wouldn't have known that either. I've never even heard of this. Okay, on to one that would
I
know.
remember him.
You do?
Yeah. He had glasses too.
Thick ones too, right? They used to wear thick ones back in the day.
Yeah.
What man has hosted game shows such as Tattletales, Super Password, and Win, Lose, or Draw? He was the host of Tattletales, Super Password, and Win, Lose, or Draw. Won
Hmm.
an Emmy Award for Tattletales. He, wow, I didn't know this either. He passed away from a brain tumor in 1991.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
No, well, I didn't know that. What man hosted the game shows such as Tattletales, Super Password? Do you remember Super Password? I don't remember Tattletales, but I kind of remember Super Password.
I kind of do
The
too.
password is. Remember that? The
Because
password is.
remember when I looked him up earlier, I thought he was dead on password.
Yeah, do you remember that, Christina? Or is that
I
a
had the
bit
first,
of a-
name right, the last name wrong.
Yeah, you
Hey
did.
Google. Oh,
No, stop that nonsense. He hosted Win,
We
Lose,
do
or Draw.
have one right answer so far.
We have one right. DA gets the point. It is Bert Convey. Bert Convey, good job. Good job. Did anyone else get it? Did I miss anybody? Okay. Did I miss anybody? Okay. Okay, because no one got the other one right. No one got the other one, so okay. All right, so you ready, ladies? If we'll move on.
Okay.
All right. All right. You guys ready? If you move on. All right.
Yeah, ready.
All right. Which of the following did not host Hollywood Squares? Was it Tom Bergeron, John Davidson, or Peter Marshall?
Oh, I know.
Who hosted? This is, I'll be honest, it's kind of a trick question. Which of the following did not host Hollywood Squares? Tom Bergeron, John Davidson, Peter Marshall, or all of the above? I'll say that. All of the above.
Oh, you didn't say all of the above the first time.
All right. So which one did not host Hollywood Squares? Tom Bergeron, John Davidson, all of these did host it, and Peter Marshall. All right. Which one did not? Which one did not? Okay, I'm not saying all the above, always choose, always choose. Well, okay. Answer is all of these did host it. So the answer is all of the above. Who gets that right?
Brent and Irene.
Brent and Irene,
And
Vanna.
Derek.
And Derek got DA got it too. Awesome,
yep.
DA. Yeah, that's a, wow. Wow, that's a good one.
I'm bad at this. I'm bad with names. Horrible with names.
All of them had
Ow.
host, but
Yeah.
yeah.
This person was the original host of Wheel of Fortune. Who is he? Name the original host of Wheel of Fortune.
Mommy.
The original host of Wheel of Fortune is who? Do you know this one?
Yes, because I saw it earlier.
That's who you're thinking?
Yes.
Really?
I remember what he looked like. Remember, I guessed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we getting any answers? Any correct answers in there?
Yeah. No.
Tom Smith is always a good one, right?
Yes.
All right, it looks like, all right, I'm cutting it off right there, ladies. It looks like DA got the answer right. Chuck Woolery. Chuck Woolery is, am I missing anyone else? Am I missing anyone else, ladies? Did anyone else get it?
Dick didn't get it, Irene.
Oh, Dick didn't get it this time, Irene. Sorry about that.
He got door number 3.
You missed out on Dick. You chose door number 3, Irene. Okay.
I don't think Irene ever misses out on Dick.
No. No.
Wow. All right, here we go. On the next one. All right. On your mark, let's start the Family Feud. At the beginning of Family Feud, its original incarnation, the announcer would introduce the feuding families and then conclude with the above phrase. Who was the announcer who said these words for nearly a decade? A decade he did this. On your mark, let's start the Family Feud.
I think he was on other shows too.
He was too, yeah. He did a bunch of other voice work, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a bunch of other voice work. Began his career writing for Captain Kangaroo. He
Oh,
started his career writing for Captain Kangaroo. And, I never liked that show. That guy was always creepy to me when I was little. Captain Kangaroo.
oh,
That guy was always creepy to me.
Mr. Green Jeans.
Is that who it was?
That was the guy that would come over sometimes.
No,
Mr. Green Jeans.
Captain Kangaroo. Remember
No,
that,
but Mr. Green Jeans was on there too.
like that red outfit and
And Mr. Rabbit and Mr. Squirrel.
that show was so creepy to me. All right. No, it looks like Roddy, Mark Goodson, Richard Dawson, no, Bill, I don't know, Todman, no. All right, none of those answers are correct, so I'm just gonna say the answer. Gene Wood. Gene Wood was the announcer for Family Feud for over a decade. So, and he also, like I said, did Captain Kangaroo. All right.
There he came in after you said you were going to do the answer.
Oh, did he?
No, I don't know if he was. I would say no for now. Yeah.
I'm sorry, DA, man. I'm sorry, buddy. The late, great Flip Wilson. All right, this former host of the original Beat the Clock and To Tell the Truth first staked his claim to fame as the lead voice of the radio series The Adventures of Superman. Who is he? Who is he? See, some of these are like too old to like even ask. Like,
Yeah, that's really hard.
that's really because all right, his name was Bud Collier. Like some of these are really hard. I might have to skip some of them. These are really hard.
DA says it was the delay. Okay, we'll give you a little more breathing room.
I'm sorry about
Sorry,
that, sir.
hon.
Sorry about that, buddy. They would know that, right? That's kind of a household name.
Yeah, yeah.
Which of the following men did not host an incarnation of The Password? Tom Kennedy, Bert Convey, Wink Martindale, Alan London. Oh, Ladine, right? Wasn't it Ladine? Tom Kennedy,
London is right.
yeah, Bert Convey, Wink Martindale, or Alan London? London?
London.
London. All right, Tom Kennedy, Bert Convey, Wink Martindale, Alan London. Some are saying London, some are saying Martindale, Dean Kane. I would love to give you the answer for Dean Kane, so I think it's a wise ass answer, and I kind of like it. Okay. All right. The answer is Wink Martindale. Wink Martindale. Did my boy Steve Areno get a point there, ladies?
No, Brent did.
Brett, he said Wink.
Yeah. Where did Steve say it?
Steve said wink.
Steve said wink. He said, yeah, last
Come on,
comment.
Vanna, give Steve Areno the point. Give who else we giving Brent the point?
Brent.
Martindale's my second guess. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This man has hosted numerous games, but he is best known for being the host of the Newlywed Game. Who is he? This man has hosted numerous games, but he's best known for being the host of the Newlywed Game. Who is he? You know what? To be honest, don't you think, ladies, that this should have been my very first trivia I did? Because really, I'm trying to impersonate some of these game show guys. I mean,
Right.
poorly, may I add. I don't have that voice.
What kind of prizes are people getting for your acting?
I don't know what kind of prizes are they getting, Christina. If you let them know, I think this is a brilliant idea. And not an idea, but I think they're really good gifts. I think, and I think it would help expose this and the network, so to speak. If you let them know what they're getting. All right, this man has Christina. You want to let him know or keep it secret?
Yeah, keep it a secret. Shh.
Mom's the word for now. Okay.
Keep them in
If
suspense.
you can open it in the. Be careful.
Brent.
Yeah.
All right, this man has hosted numerous games, but he is best known for being the host But he is best known for being the host. Damn it, Brent. Yes. F what his name is the correct answer, Brent. That is the correct answer. And no, it's not. It's okay. Once again, Steve is just using first names. So I don't know if I should give him that.
I'll read it one more time.
All right.
Like for
Christina, as my producer, the answer is Bob Eubanks. All right, so we're cutting it off there. Who's the guy that always puts in this? Remember the guy that always comes in, and he's got the answer right, but he's always in like after I've said the answer, and I'm like, who? I don't know, forget that guy's name is, but this man hosted numerous games, but he's best known for being the host of the Newlywed Game.
talking about Jason or no?
No, I don't remember. No, not Jason. Some other guy that listens to the show, and remember he plays along. He does really well. His name's Bob Eubanks. See again, Christina, as the producer, because you're being the producer right now, right?
Right. I don't know what I'm
Steve just
producing, but okay.
Steve just put Bob. So do I give him that answer as because the answer is Bob Eubanks?
And Bob Barker.
Could have been Bob Barker, he was saying. But anyways, did anyone
Right.
get that answer right? Did anyone get that answer right?
Well, it is Steve. I'd give it to him.
He still might be typing the rest of it.
All right, Vanna, if you give
Right.
Steve a point. Did anyone else get that point, ladies? Did anyone else get that point that you saw? Did anyone else get that answer right?
I don't see any.
So did she say Bob?
All right, I hope I don't miss anybody. I'm sorry, guys, if I did.
Brent said, "Fuck, what's his name?" That doesn't count, Brent. Sorry.
Oh, thanks for making
No.
that producer choice. Okay. All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
No, Irene, you said Brian. Sorry.
What is Irene drinking? Anything?
Probably her boxed wine.
She likes boxed wine? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she like sticks a straw in it and, kind of drinks it like a juice box.
Oh. Oh.
She fire up s'mores with that, or what does she do? What kind of
Yeah, I
chocolate
don't
do
know.
you use with that, Irene? Like, earlier you were gone, but Steve did say that he uses Reese's, and I use like Hershey Kisses.
Mm.
So when you ladies were looking at me like I was foreign, saying what kind of chocolate you use, like you're looking at me now.
I was going to say you have to narrow it down what time we were looking at you like that. That's all.
Right. I mean, that's like, happens quite often.
Or a few minutes before that, or just the whole show.
I would try a Reese's peanut butter cup. That sounds good though. I've never tried it. I might do that next time I have s'mores.
The white chocolate, I would like white chocolate. I think that would be good too.
Oh, that might be good.
Right.
Canadian-born TV host who hosted Jeopardy throughout his nearly 50-year-long career, but his most famous position was the host of Jeopardy. Name this. This is easy one, right?
Yeah, we got to give an easy one too.
This is it. Like even everyone in the chat room should get this, right? You would think, right? You would think, right,
Yeah,
Christina?
I think they will.
All right.
We got here's
And
somebody
there's
new.
there's
Rob,
three.
yeah. He's maybe my cousin. Rob gets the point. Is Alex Trebek? Alex Trebek is the answer. Yes, Rob. Brent gets the point, and Steve Areno
And
gets the point.
Steve.
There you go. We always take the top three. There we go. All right, there we go. All right.
What happened to DA?
He stopped making comments, so he's probably out.
He had a call. He said I had a call, so he must be on the phone.
Oh my God.
Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. All of the men listed below have had the privilege of shouting this phrase that conjures up excitement like no other game show catchphrase in America. But which fellow, like when they say that, because we were talking about Price is Right on Goose Troop earlier, on Goose and Cindy podcast earlier. When they say that, that's when you actually go to get the bid, right? You actually, at that point, you don't win anything, right? The only thing you're winning is a slot to bid, a chance to bid to get up on stage, correct?
Right.
So at that point, you're not winning anything at all.
No, not yet.
Okay. The only thing you want is a chance to win.
Right.
Okay. And some of those people are up there the whole entire show, right? The whole duration. But do
Mhm.
those people people get like a consolation prize?
I bet you do.
Like,
have no
okay, here's a
idea.
gift card. Here's a $25 gift card for being a contestant. Like, do they win anything, or is it like, sorry, buddy, here's a bottle of water on your way out?
Right.
Okay. All right, that's funny. Richard Dawson. Name the most famous. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Who is the most famous announcer for doing that? No, I rewrote the question. Was it George Gray? Was it Johnny Olson? Was it Rich Fields or Rod Roddy? Who's the most famous for doing that? For saying, Christina, if you'll go ahead and say the phrase.
Come on down. The Price is Right.
You're the next contestant. No, use your best game
What
show voice.
Yeah,
Use your
no.
best game-
I
Come
can't.
on. Hit me with your best game show voice. Come on. Come on. Come on. Isn't the third co-host, don't I always make them do silly stuff?
Yes.
I kind of do.
Oh,
Come on, you enjoyed teasing me for the last 2 hours. You can at least give me this.
me tease you never.
She teased you longer than that.
You've laughed. Okay, you've laughed for the last hour and a half at me. Can we go at least agree on that?
I would never.
All right. What are the answers? The answer is Rod Roddy. It looks like Brent got the answer.
No,
Wait.
he did
Hold
the right
on.
answer.
He
Yeah,
said
go back.
Rod Roddy.
Rod Roddy. I thought this was the answer. No?
No, but I rewrote the question
Okay.
because they wouldn't know that guy. All right, Rod Roddy is the answer. It looks like Brent got
Okay.
the answer right. It looked like Irene got the answer right. And who else did I miss? Did DA get it?
Steve got it. He's way up here.
Wait, help me out here. Who got
I
the top?
see Steve,
Who got it?
Rob,
Rob
and
and
Derek.
DA. And
Yeah,
DA, right?
yeah, yep.
Steve, Rob, and DA. Rob. All right, awesome. Roddy, you still got to hit me with the voice though before I can move on. Come on, do your best. Come on down. You're the next contestant. Come on, hit me with it.
Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
There you go.
Steve is
There you go. Are you happy?
if you ever go do the rundown, Brent and Millie are in first with 5. Steve and DA are tied. Rob has 2, Corey has 1, and Irene has 2.
All right, so it's a pretty close game. I mean, it's
All
pretty close.
right.
All right, here's a question I think everyone should get because I kind of asked it similar
Corey
before.
had to leave for a little bit.
Oh.
Back.
Before he hit with the U.S. game show Tattletales, this person had a hit record with a group called the Cheers, sang in such Broadway hits as Fiddler on the Roof. Remember, you want to go see Broadway, and Cabaret, and was a murder victim in Roger Corman's horror film A Bucket of Blood. Who is he? Before he hit the U.S. game show Tattletales, if you recall, a few questions before, remember? Remember that? I was mentioning Tattletales. Name this host, game show host. Name this host.
Okay.
If you recall, like a few questions ago, probably 5-6 questions ago, I said this answer to you. Before he hit the U.S. game show Tattletales, this person had a hit record with a group called the Cheers, sang in such Broadway hits as Fiddler on the Roof and Cabaret, and was a murder victim in Roger Corman's horror film A Bucket of Blood. I gotta go home and watch the movie Bucket of Blood.
Have fun with that.
All right, the answer is, we'll cut it off right there. The answer, Christina, if you'll help me out there, is Bert Convey. Bert Convey. Who got that right,
I
Christina?
see DA, Brent, and
Okay.
Steve popped in at the last minute there.
Yay, Brent. Yeah, and Steve.
Okay. All right, just gonna plug in here. Let me get some juice flowing. If you plug that in, I'll plug this in.
Okay.
Irene, Chuck Norris. No, not Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. What game show host did Chuck Norris do?
I don't know. Ask Irene.
Chuck Norris.
You got it or no? You got it?
Yeah, forget.
Okay.
I don't know.
Here, I'll get it if you want me to.
All right.
Here you go. It's, where do I plug it in at?
Right next to the couch.
This one over here?
Yeah.
Can I plug it in over here?
Please stand by. Technical difficulties.
Sorry about your luck, man.
Just like his brother.
You're on candid camper. Not plugging in. Is it working? Is it plugged in now? You got juice?
Plug it in, plug it in.
Yes, it's plugged in.
No, Brent, no. It is not that type of show.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's trying to get me to show my boobies, and I won't do it.
No, not. What do I always say, Christina?
Hold on, let me do this.
What do I always say?
Not that type of show.
Yeah, not that type of show.
Fuck this backhand.
All right, you guys ready? We're trying to get some. Hold on, she's got to plug her laptop in. We're trying to get some juice here.
Okay.
All right, oh, sorry about that, guys. All right, here we go. If you give me a rundown if he's a leading board right now, again, if you wouldn't mind.
Billy and Brent have 6. Da and Steve have 5. Rob has 2. Corey has 1, and Irene has 2.
All right, here's another question that's kind of repeating. I don't know why these are repeating. What's going on? I don't want to
Irene,
read that.
behave, Irene.
Will you tell her what I always say? Will you tell Irene what I always say?
Irene, it is
Not-
not that type of show.
Not that type of show.
I'm gonna have to get a sign put back here. Did you see our new artwork? Nobody noticed. Irene, you didn't notice my kids' artwork.
Who is the host? Who is the original host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The original host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Who is the original host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? In 1999, it debuted on ABC.
Thank you, Irene. She did notice the art. The flowers.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Here, should I go get them and show them off?
Sure.
Oh. Cindy,
Okay.
I don't want to drop them.
Let's get the answer first.
All right, did we get the answer correct yet? Yes, the answer is Regis Philbin. Regis Philbin is the answer. Did we get any right there, Christina? Who did we get right so far?
Steve got it first.
I don't know. I'm not in the chat room right now. I'm doing something.
Got Steve and I got Brent and Da.
Thanks for being a part of the show, Christina.
Hey, I'm trying to help you out here.
Da.
Are you really helping me?
I'm trying.
So the first 3 answers are who got the first 3?
I said Steve, Brent, and Da.
Steve, Brent, and DA. Good job, guys. Good job. Regis Philbin. Regis Philbin.
I love it. Thank you, Christina.
What's she saying?
It is not that type of show. Going across, screaming.
Yeah. Thank you,
Very
Christina.
good.
You're welcome.
What type of show would you say it? I don't want to know. I don't want to know their responses. I don't want to know. Some questions are best left. Okay. Well, before controversy marred his career in the infamous quiz scandals of the 1950s, this man hosted arguably the first interactive television program for children, Winky, Dink, and You. Who was it? Who the hell would know this question? You know what? I'll give you 5 points if you know this answer.
What kind
Winky Dink.
of scandal was it? It sounds perverted. With that name, Winky
He was
Dink.
it was mainly due to the success of Winky Dink, voiced by Betty Boop Starmay. Yeah, I can't even pronounce her last name. Yep. And this hosting duties for 21. It was on this show. Okay. Jack Berry was his name. I'm moving on. Who the hell would know that answer? Who hosted Name That Tune? Password Plus and who hosted Name That Tune and Password Plus? Who was the host of Name That Tune and Password Plus? Do you know the answer to this, ladies? Would you know the answer to this?
No.
I don't know
Nope.
that I would. I don't know that I would. I'll give him a few seconds. I'll read it again, but I don't know if anybody's going to get it. These are hard. No, not Chuck Rulery. Not Chuck Rulery.
Hmm.
Who hosted Name That Tune and Password Plus, and an also show called Woo, like Woo. His name was Tom Kennedy. Tom Kennedy.
Hmm.
All right, where are the questions that we all would know?
What about that one?
Yeah, but everyone knows that one, right?
Yeah.
Who had the longest? Who hosted The Price is Right the longest? Who was the longest host of Price is Right? Everyone knows this, right? Everyone knows this one, right? And we'll do a few more and we'll end it. Jessica Simpson. All right. Who hosted Price is Right the longest? Who had the longest running stint on The Price is Right? Yes, 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 yes. Top three answers on the board are. Top three answers on the board are.
Oh, I got
Vanna?
Derek, Aaron, Irene. No,
Yep.
no, it's
It's
Brent.
Brent, Steve, and DA.
Okay.
Brent, Steve, and DA. Bob Barker. Bob Barker is the answer. All right. Who announced for Jeopardy during its first incarnation from 1964 to 1975 and appeared in the Weird Al parody I Lost on Jeopardy in 1983? Who announced for Jeopardy during its first incarnation from 64 to 75 and then appeared in the Weird Al parody video I Lost on Jeopardy? Everyone knows this. He's not was never a host. He was always like an announcer.
Yes.
He was always an announcer for things. He actually, I want to say, yeah, yeah. I want to say, didn't he do it for Saturday Night Live too?
Maybe.
I want to say he did it for Saturday Night Live too. Yeah. Yep. The top three answers we're looking for. I'll go ahead and say the answer now, so we'll cut it off now. It looks like DA got the answer right. Yes, it is Don Pardo. Don Pardo.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I remember him saying Don, but from Saturday Night Live. So he also hosted Saturday Night Live. He announced it rather. All right. The controversial producer host started in television ironically as a standards and practices man for ABC's American Bandstand, later writing the US hit song Palisades Park of Freddie Cannon in 1962. He also hosted The Gong Show, was the host of The Gong Show.
I like that show, The Gong
I
Show.
used to love that show. They
Yeah.
should like revise
They
that
should bring
show
that back.
and bring that back. Yeah, I think they should
Yeah.
revise that. This controversial producer host starred in television ironically as standards and practices man for ABC's American Bandstand. Was also the host of The Gong Show. Yeah, that show was he finally stepped into the spotlight hosting The Gong Show in 1977. Wow. In 1977, he hosted that
Jack
show.
shared earlier.
Uh, Yeah, Chuck Norris again, huh, Irene? Chuck Norris again. I'm gonna say that is incorrect.
DA got it.
I mean, I'm not the producer of this show, but I'm gonna say that's incorrect. All right, the answer is Chuck Barris. Chuck Barris.
Just
Who got that answer correct? DA. And it looks like someone misspelled it, Brent,
Brent.
but he
Okay.
did get it right. He did get it right. Looks like and then Steve said Chuck. See again, producer Christina. Do I give it to? He said Chuck. Is he saying Chuck Berry, Chuck Berry, Chuck Barris?
Check
I mean,
this.
what Chuck Norris, as Irene thinks the thing?
Right?
Cheese. I mean, what's he saying? Chuck can be many people.
Exactly.
So as a
I would
producer,
give it to him, and this would be his last warning. If he doesn't start giving last name, it's not going to count.
not gonna count. You got that, Vanna?
Last time, Steven. Last time.
All right. All right. Which of these? Okay, I don't like that. I don't like how they do that. All right. Which of these men never emceed the Joker's Wired? Wild. All right. Which of these men never emceed the Joker's Wild? Was it Jack Barry, Pat Finn, Johnny Gilbert, or Bill Cullen? As we heard before, remember Bill Cullen came in before.
Yeah.
That was the one no one knew. A World War II vet, right? That a World War II vet who they were going to hire. Remember that, Christina?
Yeah, and he'd
But
been
9
dead for
years
9 years.
He did.
passed away. All right. Which of these men never emceed the Joker's Wild? Do you remember the Joker's Wild game?
Yeah.
I don't think I remember that. Uh, night from oh
I
wow,
think it's one where they spend it. That was one of them spinning.
from
games.
1984 to 1991. It
Right.
said Jack Barry, Pat Finn, Johnny Gilbert, or Bill Cullen. Which of these men never emceed the Joker's Wild? And the answer is Johnny Gilbert,
That's
Christina.
right.
Johnny Gilbert. Who got it right?
Irene.
Okay, Brent.
Steve.
See, does Irene get it? If we're giving it to Steve for one name, then Irene's got to get it too, right?
Well, since you read the four names,
Yeah.
you just typed the last
Right.
name.
Yeah, so she got it.
Yeah.
So who was the top three, ladies?
I see Brent.
Brent got the
Brent.
point.
Irene.
Irene and DA.
Irene got the point, and who else?
DA.
And DA got the point. All right, DA got the point. All right. Although this well-known host stopped doing them in his game show days, he hosted the $10,000 pyramid, which is now the 100 grand pyramid, right?
Yeah.
There were a total of 5 different versions of the show that he hosted. Who is he? He also hosted American Bandstand. American Bandstand. You know this, Christina?
I always saw him in the newly.
No. I guess I'm horrible with names. Horrible.
Really? Christina, I mean, don't you, I think Irene should get this, don't you think? I think Irene should get this. Irene should be all over this. As a matter of fact, she's all over this. All the time.
She's always on it.
Always on it, Irene. Did she get it or was she number 4? Okay.
She was
All right,
number
and
4.
The answer is Dick Clark. Dick Clark.
You were
Who
too
got
late
the
with the
answer?
dick, Irene. Sorry.
Too late. Too late there, Irene.
Brent, DA, and Steve, or did somebody before them?
Yep.
Brent, DA, and Steve Areno. Got that. That was the answer Irene could have got, and the answer she didn't get.
I know, right?
Because so far she's been answering Chuck Norris and Dick. Like, go with one of those, Irene. And if you answer Chuck Norris the previous, maybe answer, the other one. Okay.
Go with what you know, Irene.
Go with what you know best. All right. Who was the host of Let's Make a Deal? The host of Let's Make a Deal. Oh, no. Okay, thank you. Not that type of joke. Thank you. All right. The answer, who hosted Let's Make a Deal? Who was the host of Let's Make a Deal? The answer is, now this one she gets. This one Irene get. No, she didn't get this right. All right, Monty Hall is the answer. Monty Hall. It looks like, to me, ladies, it looks like DA gets the
DA,
points.
Brent,
Brent and Steve Areno.
Money Hall. What the hell? Money Hall?
He said Money Hall. All right.
Who did?
Come on.
Steve.
Did we give him that
I
one?
think it's
Oh,
just a
everybody-
typo. Probably autocorrect.
It's-
Why does everyone cut Steve a break? Can I ask why everyone? When Steve's co-hosting with us, does he ever cut these guys?
Oh
a
no,
break?
he's strict.
He is, right?
He's strict.
So why are you so lenient with him? I don't understand.
A question: is Lori over there helping him? Is that why he's getting so many right today?
Yes, Lori helping
could
him.
be.
No, Steve has won in the past, if you remember, ladies.
Yeah.
Steve has won in the past. Maybe when he's out of his
He's probably
substance.
watched all these game shows.
Yeah, I'm sure he has. He's got nothing else to do but watch game shows and play MLB The Show
Right.
and lose to the new guy, Steve. Embarrassing, Steve.
Oh
I
hell.
so wanted to make a trade for him to give him one of my hitters. Like, Steve, you can't lose to the new dude. Come on, man. I want to trade him so bad just so he can have a hitter on his team. I was like,
Right.
dude, I just want to trade you so you can stop losing 2-0 to the new dudes. All right, I think everyone would know this guy. Besides his 17 years as host of the panel show, What's My Line? This man was also one of the first news reporters to announce on national radio the attack. Oh, who would know this? Come on. That's too freaking old. Who the hell would know that? All right. What person has hosted Whammy and Hollywood Showdown?
I wouldn't know that one.
You wouldn't?
No.
Okay. I don't know. Like, some of these are like old timeies, and I don't know. Like, again, and some of them keep repeating.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like, and then some of them keep repeating. So
Find a couple more and then we'll call it.
yeah, I'm kind of tired. All right. Okay. What accomplished MC has hosted Love Connection, Wheel of Fortune, and Greed
And lingo.
and Lingo? Greed and Lingo, I guess. What accomplished MC hosted Love Connection and Wheel of Fortune? Anyone getting it? Anyone getting it?
Yeah.
Howard Stern, huh? Oh. All right. What accomplished MC hosted Love Connection? You remember Love Connection, Christina?
Mm,
No.
I don't think so.
You know, I remember the name, but I can't remember anything about it.
Oh,
I'd have
Wheel
to
of
see it.
Fortune. Before, I guess before Sajak, right? Before
Greed, I never heard of Greed. Lingo, I thought was a new game, but I guess
Greed
not.
and Lingo.
I haven't heard of any of them.
All right, the answer is Chuck Woolery. Chuck Woolery. Who got that answer right, ladies? It looks like
Brent,
Brent.
Steve, and DA.
Oh wow, those guys are on fire, man.
Yeah, they are.
All right, what? Give me the rundown. Who's winning this game?
DA and Millie and Brent are tied with 13.
Oh,
Steve
hell.
has 11, and Irene has 3. Rob has 2. Corey 1.
All right, I'm gonna let Irene get this one because I think her answer to one of these questions was pretty spot on. Who has not hosted an incarnation of Pyramid? John Davidson, Donny Osmond, Bill Cullen, or none of the above?
What did you say? An incarnation? Oh, it does
An
say that.
incarnation, like a revised version. Who has not hosted an incarnation of Pyramid? John Davidson, Donny Osmond, Bill Cullen, or none of the above? Irene, I would go with your answer as previous to a previous question. To a previous question, I would go with that answer. Donny Osmond, huh? All right. Who has not hosted an incarnation of Pyramid? John Davidson, Donny Osmond, Bill Cullen, or none of these? None of the above. Looks like the answer is none of the above. None of these. Looks like Brent got the answer right, ladies?
Mm-hmm.
And who else?
Corey.
She's always picked D.
All right, but okay.
Irene.
Tell her.
It is
Corey
not
got it right.
that type of show.
And Corey got the answer right. Okay.
So is it Irene or not?
Yeah. Let Irene get her D correct. Right?
Yeah.
Derek got it, but he was late. The other one's beat him. Are we done?
I'll ask another one that I asked you earlier.
Okay.
Who is the longest running TV game show host? Name the longest running TV game show host. He actually, remember, he was in the Hall of Fame. Remember? We were reading that. He's actually in the Hall of Fame. Who is the longest running TV game show host? The longest running TV game show host is. We got Pat Sajak, we got Alex Trebek, we got Bob Barker, we got Pat Sajak. The answer is Pat Sajak. Pat Sajak. Give Brent the point there, Vanna, and give Steve Areno the point. Pat Sajak. I like what Corey said. I like how Corey wrote that. It's pretty clever.
Shall we give it to him?
Yeah, give it to him. That was pretty clever.
All right.
All right. So if you tell me who the winner is, my dear, and we're in this show.
Your mom won and Brent won.
My mom and Brent.
Yes, they had
Yay, Millie and Brent.
My mom's not even in the chat room. How did she play? All right.
Brent
So,
is representing.
I think
yeah,
Brent's over there.
I'll have to send Brent one of those
Where's my hat?
lovely tumblers that Christina and Dan are making for us. Right, guys.
We owe Jason one.
We owe Jason one too. Yeah, we owe Jason one too. Yeah, so I have to.
Said cut your hair.
Yeah.
Brent said, Dan, cut your hair.
Brent, I would tell you why I can't cut my hair, but it's not that kind of show.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate that. That is appreciated. Even though he meant it a different way, it's still appreciated.
Oh no, I meant it exactly that way.
Oh my God.
But
Okay.
it's not that kind of show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Well,
You know what? If you'll sign us out at this point, Christina, I'm ready to finish off some mudslides and some other
okay.
liquor we got over here. All right. Thanks for helping us out today, Christina, and
Enjoy.
joining us on both of
No
my
problem.
shows. And as always, the lovely Cindy, thank you once again for being my co-host. And really,
Yes.
why am I thanking the two of you? Because all you did was laugh at me the entire 2.5 hours.
You love the abuse.
I really don't.
Yes, you do.
I really
Just
don't.
admit it.
I don't like it. I can't admit something I don't like.
Yes, he does.
Can we try next week of you two just being nice to me? Can we try that maybe? Just once?
I cannot make any promises.
You only have to do it once.
That is rude.
One time. You said
I mean,
just once.
It'd be nice.
Just one
Just
time.
once. I mean, you don't have to.
You don't mean a whole show. Just one time during the show.
That would even be helpful too, and I enjoy that as well.
Does it have to be on camera?
That was rude. Say that was rude. Come on.
That was rude, Cindy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. As she laughs. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for everyone for joining us. I
Thanks for
appreciate
watching,
it.
guys.
Thanks for watching. This has been Goose and Cindy and Goose and Cindy is trivia. All right. It kind of. All right.
And Christina.
All right. If you'll sign us out, my dear, and we will end the show and continue drinking for you.
Thanks. I appreciate it.